Hello, this is Ray from Bricks Maven again. And as you guys know, I recently released the free Bricks Native framework. It has been received pretty well. I'm pretty happy about it. Most of you guys have already grabbed it. If you have not grabbed it yet, please do. I will leave the link in the description. You can also go back to watch the previous into the framework a bit more, give an overview. I also build sections with it, so you can just see how it works, right? So in this video, how you can use the framework to build your own custom button. So we're just going to go over the variables, etc. And yeah, so that you can just find your way. I'm just going to build a very simple custom button, right? Okay, so I'll also leave this link in the description. Just leads you to the visual guide, which you can also download if you sign up for a free account. So what you see here is a list of variables. I'll have to update this list because I felt it needed a little bit more explaining, but through these variables, you can actually just have your custom button base, right? And from there, you can start building whatever you want to build. So in this example right here, just move this here. We have a simple button, right? Okay, it says text link. Let me just change it to something like call to action. This is not a button, by the way. It's a link, right? A button is actually also a link, right? But it just has the form of a button. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to just create a new one, right? Call it just a text link. And I'll just call this your custom button. So, okay, so when we have this, you basically just need the variables and the properties, etc., to get this base button, right? So first of all, I just want to add a link to it. And let's go back to the custom button here. Just going to go all the way to the CSS tab, and as you can see here, I have a list of variables. I'm going to copy it over. I'm just going to copy everything here and paste it in my custom button. Make sure you select the class. So here we have it, and I can basically delete this one and then call this call to action. Okay, so now that we have this is our base. Obviously, I'll share this code with you so that you can also build this base. So just going over it real quick, you see there's the first section says field. So this is the variables for the field button. It just controls the color of the text, right? And also the hover. If you're gonna create a hover style, obviously you have a hover style. And in some cases, the hover style might be the same. You have your custom background, right? So in this case, I'm drawing from the primary colors here. I could also create my own color here. I could also say it's red or blue or whatever, or a gradient or whatever. Custom border color. Here we have our custom border colors and the hover, of course. And here's the outline style. So this is the outline where the background is set to transparent, obviously. And then we have the outline colors for the text, right? And we have also the border colors for the outline. So you have two styles you can choose from. And our styles, well, the kind of form that your button is, if it's field or it's outline. And then we actually have the style, so where we go into the radius, the hover of the radius, the border width, the border width hover, the shadows, the transitions, the outline shadows, the shadow hover. What else we have here? The outline border radius. So everything you need here to actually style the button is here. And most of this styling has been applied to the actual properties here. So this is what you'll be changing and tweaking to make the changes that you need, or removing, depending on what kind of button you want to build. And last but not least, we have the sizes. So I have all the sizes you can use here. So these are this controls the font size, and these two control the top padding and the top, bottom, and your left and right padding. So block is for top and bottom, and inline is for your left and your right padding. And we have the same for medium, for large, and extra large. These are also the same variables that Bricks uses to determine if your button is small, medium, large, or extra large. So it's nice to have them here so that you can tweak them for your specific button. I'm just trying as much as possible to lean into the framework of Bricks. So We're not making up values and numbers ourselves, but we're actually leaning into the framework and using that. Okay, so here we have our font size set to large. We have a color, we're referencing the custom color. So basically the kind of button I want to build is I just want to make sure that once a user hovers over the button, a new color shows, but it then grows from the left to the right. So it will just like fill up the whole bar, like like your health bar fills up in a game or something. So that's what I'm aiming for, right? So I have my base button here, so everything is set. And yeah, let's just start building it. It's actually quite easy to do. So first of all, I want to start with that health bar that will grow, right? So we're going to set that on a pseudo element. So I'm going to using the before pseudo element. And as you can see, my button has already been set to position relative. Overflow has been set to clip, and the isolation has been set to isolate to assure that the new background I'm adding will fall behind the text and not in front of it. Obviously, I will set the pseudo element, this pseudo element to a -1 z index, which you'll see. Let me just set it up. So we have our content position set to absolute, and position set to absolute, and then I'll make sure that the inset is set to 0. So which means we have our top left, right, and bottom is all set to 0, right? So that's what I'm basically doing here. So it fills the whole card. Okay, so our inline size should be 0 because we want to hide it, and our block size should be 100% because we wanted to fill the whole height of the whole card. So z index will be set to -1, and we need to give it a color. I'll set it to the secondary color. Secondary. So now, as you can see, you see nothing. We are not seeing anything right now, purely because this is set to 0. Obviously, if I set this to 100%, look, there it is. But I don't want it to be seen, so I'm hiding it. So one more thing, I need to set the transition. I will set that to the same transition as the button. So that's a var, that is button transition. One more time. This is just a simple button, right? There are a lot of complex buttons that you can build, but I just want to create something simple just to show you how you could use this to build your own button. So the hover is when we hover over the card, I want the pseudo element to do the following. So this is how we set that up. I want the inline size to grow to 100%. So there you go. See? Yeah, that's pretty cool. So now basically I've created a custom button, which I could turn this into a component and I could use it all over my site, right? Okay, so what now if we say we want a outline version, right? Because this button is set, the base button is set to the field, right? Because the custom color and the custom background are all referenced here in the properties. So now we want to create a outline version, right? So I'm going to just duplicate this, and then I'll say I will just copy this and create an outline version. So I'll call this outline, and I'll just copy the same code, put it here, and I can basically delete this. Oh, did I put this on top? So this, to differentiate it, so this is field button, and this is the outline button. I think this will to differentiate things. Yeah. So now, which is wait, let me just add a little bit of space, content gap, and maybe this is field, and this is outline. Okay, so let's make the changes now. We go back into our code, and I search for the custom outline. So this is button custom, and I just add outline, right? So now it's dark, and then we say custom outline color. So I need to change that color to dark. So now we have this, and then I could say on hover, right? It's already set to white. So what we're going to do is once this hover is turns to white, but we need to initialize this, right? So on the hover, just take this color. Let me see, custom hover. Okay, so we go to our hover here, and we just add hover to it, right? And nothing happens, obviously, because let me check. Oh, that's the wrong. I put this on the reason why it's not working is because I put it on the pseudo element, but it's supposed to go on the card itself. So I'll create a new declaration here. So just once you hover over the card, you want to have the button turn white, the text, right? Okay, let me see custom. Let's check if I forgot something. I must be overlooking something. I made a mistake here. It's supposed to be hover white to it. So with this, as you can see, we now have a hover version that's white. I could also set the border to secondary. So what I would do is go to border here, and I'll set this to secondary, and then I will then take the property, so the border radius, no border here, right? Because it's set to the custom border color, so this needs to have the hover on it. This time I should not write the color name, but hover, or else I'll get the same result. Is it even changing? Can I even see it? Let me check this on the front end to see how it looks like. Yeah. Let's see if it's even working though. Let's check to see. Custom outline hoverbar. Okay, this is the color. And then we go to custom border color. Okay, so we say on hover. Okay. Okay, it doesn't work, so there's an issue. It said it's not defined, so it's not defined. Custom border. Oh. Custom outline border, sorry. I forgot to add the outline to it. So it's custom outline border. There you have it. Okay, so this should work. Okay, it still doesn't work. We're almost there. I might not be reading it well. Button custom outline border hover, right? So let's set this back to hover again. Custom button custom outline border color hover. So what's different? Button custom outline. Oh wait, there's no border. I see where the issue is coming from. This I changed it, but I think the normal state is also not correct. So that's why I'm having an issue here. I made a typo. So it's border custom color. So I'll take this. So let me fix this also in the original, or else this will cause some issues. This is not this is the correct one. Custom. Oh, sorry. This is what I need. My bad. For the outline, we need the button custom outline. And then for the, then we need this one for the hover. Yes. Okay. So save that. Reload. Finally, there it is. So I will also just change this one here because I think it's also not correct. Oh wait, it's custom border color. I think this one is correct. Button custom border color. Button custom border color. Okay. Anyway, guys, as you can see, we've come to an end of the video. So you have our field color now, and we have our outline color. So this is just a simple button with a simple transition on it, right? So we just fills the whole width. You can do different kinds of transitions. You can make it fill from the right, from the button. You can also make you can also add an icon to it, obviously, because Bricks gives you the possibility to do so, right? Add, yeah, icons to it. You could also not choose to add an icon this way. You could also actually build a whole custom button with a wrapper, create your own button, your own icon element, and you can go as crazy as you want. So with that being said, I just wanted to show you guys how to actually read whatever is saying, all the stuff that's here, right? It all maps to the button, to all the properties. So that's what we learned. These are the variables that control the styling of the buttons. These are the properties where they're all mapped to, and you can just basically create your own kind of button. This was a special kind of button that I created, right? And it was very easy to do. I just wanted to show a simple example instead of something that would take like super long. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and comment. I'd really like to know what you think, and also spread the word that there's a free Bricks framework that people can use, right? It's free. You just need to sign up at bricksmaven.com, sign up and get your free framework, which will help just boost your productivity. Okay, with that being said, have a very nice day. Bye-bye.